What's up, people? What's up? I want to say this to people in Minnesota. This goes out to all of the people in Minnesota. Look up the laws that went in effect January 1st, 2024 of landlords and tenants. The tenants' laws that went in effect on January 1st, 2024 protects us no matter what, all the way. Okay? And I'll explain in a minute why I'm saying that. So it states that I don't give a damn what agency you with, who you doing your rent for, whatever. They cannot enter your residence without giving a written notification, 24 hours written notification. And I'll tell you why I even bring that up. All right. They got to give you a 24-hour notification, written notification. All right. Now, no place in the state of Minnesota, what these landlords are doing now is totally against the law of the laws that they passed in the state of Minnesota. All right? Retaliation. And let me read this. Your landlord may not evict you or retaliate against you, get back at you for standing up for your rights as a tenant. That's the Minnesota laws, tenants' rights. Today is 7/11/2024. Hey, 7/11/2024. Today is 7/11/2024. I got a call from a police officer as I was at my appointment. And apparently something happened. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I'm not going to get into that part. But anyway, they asked me, did I get a notice from my landlord? I said, no. Well, they're trying to get into your apartment, and I'm not having that. They claim that there's a flood in your apartment. So I grabbed my phone, and I'm looking, my cameras are going all around and showing the floor, no water, no flood, no nothing. So I says, no, there's no water leaking, nothing in the apartment. There's no flood, nothing in the apartment, And I think this, now you got some officers that are that goes by the laws and the Constitution. And you have some that don't. But I tilt my hat to this officer here, and I have the utmost respect for this officer. Oh, and two deputies I met out here, when I took when I turned myself in, they were very cool, man. They were very, especially this one deputy. He looked like Grizzly Adams. I don't know if y'all people know that movie, Grizzly Adams. The guy found a baby cub and raised it because his mama got killed in some mountain somewhere. But he reminded me of Grizzly Adams, man. Big ass dude, man. Reminded me of Grizzly Adams. He was pretty cool, man. He didn't give a damn about nothing and no disrespected me and none of that stuff, man. And we talked a lot and stuff and everything, and very, very respectable guy, man. Him and this officer, So anyway, today I got a call, but I couldn't get my phone because I was taking care of some business, at an appointment that was very, very important for my wife. So anyway, they tell me, well, they're trying to get in your apartment and I'm not having it. And I told them the laws. Did you give them a notice? And they said, yeah, they gave me a note. They didn't give me no notice, no nothing. So when I told them, I said, look, I'm looking in my apartment right now. There's no water nowhere. No sink is blown up. Nothing is, no toilet is blown up. I even got a camera in my bathroom. There's nothing, no water leaking, no nothing. But the $1 million question is this here. Why are you so anxious to get into my apartment? Are you going to set me up? Are you going to plant explosives? What are you going to do? See, that's the $1 million question. Why are you trying to get into my apartment again? I already bust you several times walking into my apartment. You have no constitutional rights to do that. You violated the laws of the state of Minnesota that protects me. You have to get 25 notes. You have no right to be entering my residence whatsoever. Whatsoever. And so then I say, well, you know, how did this individual know that I left my apartment? That was another question. I said, the only way, this officer asked me, the only way this person knew, the manager knew that I left my apartment is the people, the woman in apartment 5. She reports us every time when we're not doing nothing. We shooting pool. Apparently she could hear us shooting pool all the way down here. Now the pool room is all the way at the other end, but she could hear the pool. She could hear me flushing my toilet. She could hear me opening up the refrigerator. She could hear me turning my lights on. All of that is bullshit. She could hear smells coming out of my apartment. All of that is bullshit. First of all, these apartments are so quiet. I can't even hear when she flushes her damn toilet. I can't even hear when she goes and turns on her TV. I can't even smell if she's cooking anything over there. And we're like 30 feet away. Okay? So why is this person got so much hate to keep calling up this fucking man, telling him, oh, they got something going on? Maybe so she doesn't get kicked out. She reports lies on us. You know? One day she goes, they smoking drugs over there. Let's get one fucking thing clear here right now, people. I don't drink. Don't mess with drugs. Never did, never will. Never even touch a drink. I can't stand the smell of rubbing alcohol. Makes me dizzy and everything else. I'm terrified of needles. I hate, this is what I hate. I hate racist people. No ifs and no buts. I hate racist people. I do not like Israel. They killed my family with the help of the United States government on 9/11. We all know this. I hate liars. I hate cheaters. I hate when someone hurts a child. I hate when someone abuses a woman. That's me. Once you turn around and you try to hurt a Libra, which we are the most charming people in the world, we respect everyone until you disrespect us. But understand, we are the scale, excuse me, I just swallowed my chew tobacco. We're the scale of balance. Us Libras do not cheat, lie, steal. We do not assault women. We do not hurt kids. None of that. That's us Libras. And we're not jealous people. When we love someone, we love that person tremendously. That person is our whole world. But the bad part about being a Libra is the pain we go through when we be betrayed. It takes us longer to heal about us Libras. So don't fuck with us Libras, because we fight, and we fight back hard. You see, once you play that discrimination, that racist shit towards us, that hate towards us, we come after you with everything. You see, with everything. We fight. You mess with our family, we will take you apart. You mess with our associates, well, y'all call them friends, I say associates. You mess with our associates, we'll take you apart. So you don't want a Libra to be your enemy. You want a Libra to be your associate, because we will always protect. We don't take sides with nobody, because we're the balance. We're the scale of balance. And that's the bottom line. And we don't play no emotional games with nobody. We don't play that shit, man. Leave us the fuck alone. You betrayed us, you out of our lives, and that's the bottom line. But when the officer called me, and I had to call back, and they told me I had to call the dispatch because these people wanted to speak to me. And so the officer asked me, "Did you get a notice for such and such to go in your residence?" I says, "No, I didn't get no notice. I was down there at your yeah, I know that. You was down here, so my phone didn't ring at all about no notice, no nothing. So I don't know where they get that at. And I'm looking through my phone right now, and I see no water. I don't see no flood or nothing. What was the reason they tried to get in here is beyond me. And the only thing that I can think of is either you was going to try to burn my place down where I live, plant drugs or something. That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only thing I could think of. The only thing I could think of. He maliciously, this guy Adams, maliciously violated the laws that they put in place for tenants' rights in the state of Minnesota. See, I told someone, I said, "Look, man, I'm not going to play these games, man. If you walk up into my place, I didn't give you permission. You walk up in my place, you're not walking out. I got that constitutional right. You're not walking out. You walk into my place and violate my space and my safety zone, you're not walking out. Games are over. You'll be taken out the box, man. They'll be coming to get you on a stretcher, from the coroner's office. That's what they'll be coming. That's what they'll be coming here for, to get you and put you in the coroner's office, because you're not walking out of here alive. Anybody tries to break into my place, you violated my privacy, you violated my space, you will not get out alive. Allah bear me witness. You will not get out alive. There's no ifs and no buts about it. I don't give a fuck about no court, no judge, no prosecutor. You will not get out alive. See, I got the constitutional right to protect my home, my property. I have that constitutional right. So the $1 million question is, why are you trying to, you lied to the police. You literally lied to the police and didn't even and the funny thing about it, this is on report now because they got to do a report, because you lied to the police when the police knew that you was lying, to try to enter my residence by false pretense. And how did you know that I left my residence? Because the lady in number 5 calls you up every time I go in and out of my home. Why is she calling you every time I go in and out of my home? I remember she did this shit with Everfield. And the lady got tired of her. The lady said, "Look, you don't smell no drugs in that man's place. That's impossible. He doesn't play no music in his place. That's impossible. Okay? It's just him. I don't know nobody out here, so I don't got thousands of people coming over here partying and loud music and beer cans here and beer cans there, like on the other side. That's not me. That's not me, And so I remember Amfield got tired of her, always complaining about people she doesn't even know, And so then when, I'll give you an example. This guy, I had to pay him to move some stuff, right? And so what happened was, she goes to him, "Oh, you moving?" And so he goes, "Nah, bitch. They sold the building." Now the lady number 5, and she went and ran to the people in the back. "That guy in number 6 said they sold the building." I didn't say shit. My friend said that shit. I didn't say shit. Nothing came into my mouth because I don't even talk to your ass. You're a racist old woman. You know, that's why you're miserable. You're miserable. You know, I don't say shit to your racist ass, man. You know, and so then it goes all the way over in the back, and then the guy she pool with, man, he go, "Oh, they selling the building? I don't know what the fuck you talking about." Oh, Nosy Nancy said that you told. I didn't tell her shit. My buddy said, "Mind your business, bitch. They sold the building." That's what he told her. I don't know where she said. I said anything. I don't even talk to that woman. You know that, man. I don't even talk to that woman. You know, it's like it got crazy. But then this idiot went so far to where he's entering my residence and then having these fucking other people enter my residence where they don't understand. I will kill you. God bear me witness, and I'm promising you, you come up in my place without my permission, I will take your life. And I got that constitutional right to do that. That's it. The law of the land is the Constitution. Period. No ifs and no buts. I got the right to protect myself. I got the right to protect my home. If I have family, I got the right to protect my family. If I have family, I got the right to protect my child. If I had a child, I got the right to protect my girlfriend. If I had a girlfriend, I got the right to protect my girlfriend's child. If she had a child, I have that constitutional right. So if you want to meet your God, your devil that quick, come up in here again. Because you will not walk out. You'll be carried out on a stretcher. That's a promise. No threat. I don't threaten people. I've never threatened nobody in my life. That's a promise. Allah bear me witness. That's a promise. Look up the word in the Webster Dictionary what a promise means. The terms promise means in the Webster Dictionary, like you promise to give somebody a birthday party. You promise to take that person shopping. You promise to beat that person's ass. A promise. It's not a threat. Understand that now. The officer couldn't believe it. The officer knew these people was lying. You know, and I'm hoping that, to be honest, I don't even think that officer is going to tolerate this shit from these people no more, man. Because you come into their county and try to violate these people's laws, what's on the books, and they freedom and harass them. Oh no, you ain't doing that in their county. That in their city, no, you're not doing that in this police officer's city. No, I respect that officer to the T. I tilt my hat to that officer to 1,000%. I'll put it to you like this, you know, and I'll always say you got some crooked, no good, lousy pigs, cops, sheriffs, deputies out there. You do. But this is the second time that I actually witnessed and felt safe behind that officer and those two deputies that I met when I turned myself in. You see, I don't run from nobody. I don't run from nobody. You see, nobody. You know, and that right there showed me, yes, there are some good officers out there that respect the next person's rights as a human being, you know. And this officer in my city didn't have to do nothing. But I can tell that that officer will not tolerate you come into their city, their town, and violate the laws of anybody's constitutional rights. I tilt my hat. I'll put it to you like this. If I heard somebody try to hurt this officer's family, I would take them out. I would literally take those people out if you try to hurt this officer, or if they got family members or friends, I would take them out, because that's how much respect I have for that officer. And I got to call him Grizzly Adams. I don't know his name, so I call him. See, I don't know people's names. I can't remember names, so I give them cartoon characters' names all the time. But I gotta call this deputy here, Grizzly Adams. He had a beard and everything, man. Just like Grizzly Adams in the courthouse when I was going through my divorce. He looked just like Grizzly Adams, man. Just like Grizzly Adams. Nice guy too, man. Big motherfucking guy, boy. He's a nice guy. But I'll take you out, man. If I found out that anyone tried to hurt that officer, or if that officer has family or friends, and I found out, I'll take them out. That's how much respect I have for that officer. No ifs and no buts. Because that officer, what was so interesting was that the $1 million question was, why were they trying to get into your residence? That's what that officer, we both was trying to understand. What was so important for them to get into my residence for? What was the emergency? What was they actually going to do? Because I'm telling the officer, I said, no, I'm looking at the camera right now, and I'm moving it around, and there's no water, none in the kitchen, none in the bathroom, none in the bedrooms, none on the carpet, no flood at all. And they told them officers, that there's a water leak, a flood in my apartment. That's what they told that officer. There's a flood in my apartment. And there's no flood in my apartment whatsoever. No water whatsoever. And so then when I get here, the neighbor, nosy lady in 5, saying, well, they supposed to be in your apartment today. Who the fuck you talking about? Who's supposed to be in my apartment today? So some people that they're trying to move into my apartment. Dude, you got my rent. You cannot. This is another thing that Minnesota did. Minnesota stated that the only one that can put you out of your residence is a judge. A judge is court order, not the sheriffs, not the police, not no friends, not no lawyers, a judge. I didn't violate my contract. My lease is signed, and everything. And the funny thing about it is that when I showed the other officer that, he said, wait a minute, let me get this straight here. They got the lease. I said, yeah, it is right here, May 10th. They got the lease. I called her up, spoke with them. They got the lease. Yeah, your lease is okay, $750. After that, your lease is over. It's going to be, I think, $850 or $950, something like that. Okay. You can't go nowhere. The judge can't. The judge is going to tell him too. You got the lease, so you pay this man out of his lease. That's it. The lease is there. The contract is there. That's contract law. I accepted it. I signed it. You got it. That's it. I had to argue with him last year to get a copy of the lease because he says he doesn't do that. So I look it up and see all of the complaints in a place called St. Paul, Minnesota, and other places in Minnesota. And all of the people are saying the same exact thing, but yet, how come the so-called officials in Minnesota allows this person to get away with this? That's what I don't understand. The law says the law is the law, of renters' rights. This person can't walk free no more. No, I'm coming after this motherfucker with every fucking thing the law says that I got a right to do, man. Allah bear me witness, man. I'm coming after them with the law says I got the right to do. And that's the bottom line. And let's get one thing clear, people, to all you people. The law of the land is the Constitution. That's the law of the land. Not no codes, rules, regulations do not apply to by the citizen. Those apply to government official employees only. Only. Not the by the citizen. Understand that now. And this idiot lied. This is what really cracks me up more than anything, right? I swear to God. I'm like, wait a minute. So you just lied to this officer trying to break into my place. You want to get into my place, and I know this always probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. What was so important for you to try to get into this man's residence? What was so important for you to lie to try to get into this man's residence? What was so important? And we all trying to figure it out. So I took it upon myself to search my cameras, look at anything unusual, and somebody stole the camera. I saw them on who it was, though. I got them on video. That took my camera out my front door, but I just put a new one. I just put another one up there. It's somewhere where you don't even know it's there now. But anyway, we can't figure out what was the urgency for them to get into my residence when you lied to the police about trying to get into my residence, man. What was the real, what are you really trying to do to me? I don't drink. I don't mess with drugs. I got weapons. I got all kinds of weapons. I got pencils, knives, screwdrivers, hammers, my pool stick, broom, mop, fork, spoon. I got weapons. I know how to use them very well. I was trained. And the biggest weapons I got is the dangerous ones of them all, right here. That's the dangerous ones I got, So we just can't understand what was so important for them to get into my residence when it states right here, retaliation and to get back at a tenant is against the law. That's what it says right here. Your landlord cannot evict you or retaliate against you to get back at you for complaining or standing up for your rights as a tenant. Now, I stood up for my rights. 1,000%. I said, look, man, sent you the letter, stapled together my renewal lease and the letter. Stapled it together. You got it. Brown envelope. You got it in the mail. What gives you the right for you to retaliate against me? I want to know why people hate me so much. I just can't. I don't understand that. I really don't fucking understand why people hate me. Is it my color? Tell me. Is it because of the way I look? Tell me. Is it because I'm a Muslim? Is it because I'm Arab, German, and Italian? I mean, what is it that you hate so much about me? Is it because my looks, my color, my skin? What is it that you hate so much about me? And the only thing I could figure out is because I don't tolerate fucking bullshit. I don't tolerate racism, hate, discrimination, and retaliation. So what else is there that you hate so much about me that you have to turn around when other places call you for renters, verification? You tell these people, always been late on his rent, but yet when I show these people these documents, they don't care about what the documents are that in my bank statements are, that it comes out automatically. They go by what you say. I forgot. It is the color of my skin. That's what it is. The color of my skin, and I don't tolerate the bullshit, and I fight for my rights. So because I sent you the letter, you say, well, you know what? We're not going to renew his lease. We're putting him the fuck out. We're going to retaliate against him. And that's what that is, retaliation. Adams, you're going to lose, man. You are going to lose in federal court. This case here is going to be another case that you lose in federal court because you are one corrupt, crooked, racist motherfucker. And I can't tolerate it no more, man. You entered my residence without my consent. and then the cops will be subpoenaed to court because this is ridiculous. You lied to the police to try to enter my residence, and they have to, by law, they got to keep records of that. They have to keep records of that. And the best thing about it, you lied to the wrong police officers. Because you see, this is our community. And one thing they do is respect us. I've never been disrespected by none of them. Say hi to them when I see them. They say hi back. They say hi to me. I say hi back. And you went and lied to the best officers that we have in this town. You literally lied in their face, and they knew that you was lying to try to get in my residence. But the $1 million question, again, is why was you trying so hard to get into my fucking residence? Why? Why was it so hard for you to try to get into this residence? Was you going to put it on fire? Was you going to plant something? What was your motive? That's the $1 million question. Because there's a motive there. Because you lied to the police to try to get into my residence, and they said no. They stopped it right then and there. They knew you was lying. So now they have to do a report because they're not going to tolerate nobody, no landlords, to violate the landlord-tenant laws that went into effect January 1st, 2024. And they asked me, did they send you a notice? Nope. I was right there talking to y'all. They didn't send me no notice or no call, no nothing. I was right there. If they did, I would have showed you. He blocked my number since, May 10th, I believe it was. And matter of fact, I tried to call him the other day, and my number was blocked. So I had to text him. I said, look, man, I'm getting fed up with all of this hate, retaliation that you're doing against me, and discrimination and these lies in violation of my constitutional rights. I'm not tolerating it no more, man. Leave me the fuck alone, dude. You had no right to enter my residence without my consent. I don't give a fuck you own the building or whatever. You have to give me a 24-hour notice. You never did. You never did. And I have to agree to that 24-hour notice. So, what the fuck? You coming after me. I don't see what you're going to gain from this but one fucking thing, man. The biggest ass lawsuit against you, and that's the bottom line, because you're violating the state laws. That's what you violate in state laws, man. And to believe it or not, I don't think no judge is going to let you walk away from it neither. I really don't. Because this comes from the Attorney General of the state. So I don't think they're going to let you walk away too scot-free. I don't believe so. Leave me the fuck alone, man. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop harassing me. Stop trying to intimidate me. Stop trying to force me out, because I'm not going nowhere now. My lease is a year, period. That's it. The terms, I agree to the terms and everything else. That's it. There ain't no compromise, no nothing, So we'll be in court, But I'm telling you, and I'm promising you, if you try to enter my residence without notifying me, and I agree to you, you will walk out. I'm promising you, you will go out on a stretcher. And it ain't going to be the stretcher you think it's going to be. No. So don't come up in here in my place and try to do anything. And that's a promise, man. Allah bear me witness. You walk up into my residence without telling me, there's going to be a lot of problems. I'm promising you that. And I don't threaten nobody. I'm promising you. You put your foot in them doors again, trying to come up in here, you will be leaving by the coroner's office. God bear me witness. Allah bear me witness. And I'm promising you that. That ain't no threat. I'm promising you. A promise is not a threat. Understand that right now. The promise is not a threat. I'm getting tired of this harassment. I'm getting tired of I can't even live peacefully. Like it says, I got the right to live peacefully and safe in my residence. You walking up in here, walking around this place, I don't know what you're doing, you know? I'm just glad I got cameras so I can see everything that you touched, everything that you move, in case you put some drugs in there or something like that, you know? I'm not having it no more, man. You violated my safety. You violated my peace. You violated the contract. You violated the laws. Your ass is going down. And you're supposed to be locked the fuck up, man. That's my personal opinion. And it has to happen because that's what it says right here. A landlord cannot enter your residence without notifying you excuse me, people, I thought it was 72 hours, but it's 24 hours. They got to give you a 24-hour notice. 24-hour notice, not 72. 24-hour notice to enter your residence. Without that notice, they cannot enter your residence without your permission. They cannot enter your residence without your permission. January 1st, 2024. Tenants' Rights Protection Act. There should have been more to the Tenants' Right Protection Act, my personal opinion. They shouldn't be allowed to badmouth when you're trying to move and they badmouth you to the other place you're trying to move into. And then you can't get it, you know. And there should have been a law in there where if you're not getting the place, give back the money back. You know, there shouldn't be no damn application fee. That's a scam. Application fees is a fucking scam. A scam. That's all it is a scam. And then it also says in there too, in the law, is that you cannot deny no one that has a criminal record. You cannot deny them housing. But yet these people are denying people this. Regardless if they got an old police record or whatever, these fuckers are still denying them to rent. They are still denying them to rent. And this shouldn't be, we have a right. The Constitution is the law of the land. They have no right to do a background check because you are not an employee. You are a renter. You do not have to have a background check on a renter. Only employees got to be background checked. That is in violation of our privacy. Listen carefully. After what the ruling was against Chevron, those policies are not laws. The Constitution of the United States is the law of the land for the last time. Privacy. Once you violate a person's privacy, they got the right to sue you. They got the right to sue the government. They got the right to sue the cops, the sheriffs, the deputies, the judges, the prosecutors. We got that constitutional right. There's no such thing in the Constitution of immunity. Immunity was put out there for these idiots to get away with their corruption. No one should have immunity because you are a human being. You break the law just like the rest of the criminals and Republicans, Democrats, presidents, Congress, senators, Republicans, mayors, and governors. They are not above the law. Nobody is above the law. No one is. The Constitution is the law of the land. In the Constitution, we got the right to privacy. No ifs and no buts. No ifs and no buts. Their policies are not for the citizens. They are for their employees. Policies are not laws. They have no right to do background checks on us. They have no fucking right to do that. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. That comes from the Constitution. Peace out. I gotta take my medicine, man. I don't feel too good.